Hello everybody, I'm Luciano Pellegrini, and with me today we have Jimmy Madding, our president and CEO here at Cheflive. We're both going to do a little favorite of ours, a couple of hors d'oeuvres, a little appetizer if you will, something to just nibble on before dinner. Be mindful of heart attacks because the recipes that follows are dangerous. Anyway, Jimmy is going to do...
I'm going to call this the fan favorite garlic bread, we call it in my house, garlic French toast. And it's real simple. It's a pound of butter, a couple of cloves of garlic, and some fresh bread from your local bakery. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the butter reduced and start to melt, and I'm going to dice and press the garlic while Luciano's working on his, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what step 2 is.
All right, so I'm actually going to work on something even more simple. It is called frico, and translated would be Parmesan cheese chips. It is original of the region of Friuli, which is a region north of Italy, north of Venice, actually northeast Italy. And over there they actually do it with Montasio, aged Montasio cheese. However, since you might not be able to find Montasio in your grocery store, you can just fall back to Parmesan cheese. And there are 2 ways of doing frico. I'm going to show you one. And this is the freehand style. And all you do is just take in a non-stick pan, which I have had on a fire for about 5 minutes over medium heat. So there are 2 things that are very important to making frico. It is number 1 that you use a non-stick pan or you ruin a pan forever, and the temperature of the fire. It has to be medium hot, not too low, not too hot. If it's too hot, it burns. If it's too low, it just burns and it doesn't color. So as you can see, my frico is already almost ready to go. You actually have to look at the edges. When it begins to color, you actually need to have a bowl standing by, just like that. And then with a pair of tongs, you just peel it off, just like that. And you wrap it over the bowl so that it takes its shape after it dries out. The other way to go about doing frico is you put just 1 tablespoon of cheese, just like so, and then you just give it a quick flip of the wrist, just like that. So sometimes you do too quickly, just like I did, and it might be uneven, so you just add a little more toward the edge over there.
That's pretty nice, Luciano.
I know, simple and nice, and that's all there is to frico. So I'll just walk through my cheese over here and do frico until I am done. In the meanwhile, what are you doing there?
Well, you know, the cardiac special, we'll call it for today. I recommend this to keep your cardiologist's phone number on quick dial on your phone.
No, between the cheese and the garlic bread is not a...
But I have to tell you, if you're going to be bad, this is definitely a place to start. So all I'm doing is pressing the garlic and getting all the garlic flavors into the butter, incorporated in them all. Real simple. The nice part is this is something your son or daughter can help you with because they usually all like garlic bread.
Right.
So I make it real simple, and it's just like I said, I just clean it out, put all the remnants in the garlic, and now you have it. Do I have a set of tongs? Do you have a set of tongs right there?
Yeah.
Right in front of the olive oil.
Your wish is my command. Oh, there you are.
There we go. So remember what I talked about is garlic French toast is the nickname of this, right?
Right.
So the process is real simple. What we do is we have a pound of butter.
Right.
Now, if my wife and daughter here...
You said that, is that 2 pounds now?
No, 1 pound total.
1 pound total, okay.
And a nice healthy clove of garlic. All right, and you see we're bringing this to a nice melt. Just stirring it a little bit. Now, French toast, we've all made French toast, we've all had it, so the art of French toast is, this is my little spin on it.
Yeah.
And so what happens is you have the bread from the grocery store. Excuse me.
So it's French toast because instead of dipping it in egg, you dip it in...
Butter and garlic, just like that, see?
Look at that.
So what happens is now, as you do that...
So you dip it only one side, or...?
No, we're going to dip it on one side, and then we're going to put it in the broiler. And then when that side is done, we're going to come back and re-dip it.
Ooh.
And then broil the other side.
So
Now, many of you guys go to restaurants, you get garlic bread. What happens is, it's only cooked on one side. And this is something I've been doing for quite a long time, and it seems to be a big hit at the parties.
So,
And you see the nice part is it's simple.
you know, though, especially at parties, you know what the rule is about double dipping. But it is okay when it comes to your garlic bread.
Absolutely.
All right.
Now I
So-
cut this a little thick.
I saw that. I noticed that. How come?
Well, what I did was, I was gonna do it for like an appetizer and different sizes
Right.
because I'm doing the healthier version. If I do it too thin, I'm gonna tend to have too
Oh,
much
then
butter.
you just have to melt.
Then I have
Wow.
a little bit too much.
But truth be told, if you really want to do it healthier, you would have used the whole wheat bread.
Correct. Now I will tell you, some of the so I'm
And,
gonna take this
and
now.
low-fat butter.
Is there such a thing? I'm still looking. So I'm gonna take this. I have the oven set up at broil right here. So I'm gonna place this in, and this is something that you're gonna want to watch while it's in there because it will burn quickly.
It colors real quick.
Correct.
So in the meanwhile, actually, I just want to go over one more thing. Instead of putting both spoons in the pan at a time, you actually want to put the one and then shake it. I actually just revised my own technique, so don't mind me for doing that. But there you go. You get your perfect size frico chip all the time. And then, as you can see, these have hardened up, and they now hold their shape. And we're just going to put them in a
How
platter.
nice is that? That's so simple too.
I know. And I hear your wife goes crazy for this type of thing.
Yes, indeed.
As a matter of fact, wasn't she the one that insisted I did this recipe?
Yes, I think she called you last night at home and said, "Can you make the frico today?"
Tell
So
her she owes me.
well, that's what's nice about that, Luciano. Is that's something that will impress your guests
Absolutely.
that come over.
That is so simple, and everybody will want to know how you did it. How'd you do that?
And what type of pan do you need for this?
Non-stick, Teflon, Calphalon, whatever phone.
So Parmesan cheese,
Parmesan cheese,
Teflon pan.
and you know, and not all cheeses, not all Parmesan cheeses are alike. So, you know, there are some that have a higher fat content, lower fat content. You know, the whole thing will behave somewhat differently. So, this is just a recipe. It is a guideline. You will have to try it with whatever cheese you do,
Luciano.
just to see what comes out.
Take a look. I don't know if they can see this, but you see the butter starting to
Yeah,
bristle a little bit.
Yeah, I see that.
Now, one of the things that you may want to do is, which I probably made a mistake in, which was, and we do make mistakes, is you may want to move this rack up a little bit so it's a little bit closer, because what you want is a little bit of a quick
Yeah, you want a
cook, so
quick
it's crispy on the
outside and
Yes.
still
And
soft on the inside.
soft on the inside.
Yeah, you don't want it to dry out.
I'm gonna stick that up. Now you're really gonna watch it, because the closer to the flame, the quicker the burn. That looks pretty darn good, I have to tell you.
I know, I'm telling you, I'm proud of myself.
So this is something that will be a hit at your parties. Your friends will ask you to make it over and over. Don't give them the recipe. Tell them to go to cheflive.com.
So that's the deal.
All right, so I'm going to pull this out. Could go a little bit longer, but what I'm going to do is now do the dangerous part. So you see the color of this one. That's what you want. Now what happens is you do the old double dip, and now it becomes the garlic French toast. This is the part that gets us in trouble right here.
Yeah.
But I promise you,
Well,
it's good trouble.
the first dip wasn't trouble. That was the low fat part.
Yes, exactly. Oh, this one gave me a little worker. All right.
I'm telling you, that thing looks delicious.
Dangerous, isn't it?
It looks dangerous too, yes.
I will tell you, this is one of the things that I always said to my wife, I don't know why more restaurants don't do it this way, because it's true. And there's a restaurant, I learned this actually from a little restaurant in New York.
Mm.
And what the guy did was, he did all the pasta you could eat for $1.
No way.
Yes. And he charged you $4 for a loaf of garlic bread. And what he found was, people would come in and buy 3 loaves of garlic bread and eat very little pasta. And it was intriguing. And he was right, butter and bread and cheese. Now, this is the finished product, except for one thing, and I think I messed up. I need a little spoon. Can I have a spoon?
Jimmy,
Thank you.
I'm here for you, man.
Thank
I
you,
got
my
your
friend.
back.
So the remnants that we talked about of the garlic in the butter just to add a little decadence. It's kind of like a pastry chef when they put sugar and flour and then they add chocolate. This
Oh
is
my God! I was going to ask you what you're going to do with the leftover
Yeah,
butter, but I guess I
this
don't
is
have to.
this is pretty good right here, I can tell you. So this gives you the garlic texture on it. And what's really nice, I'll tell you, is if you like pasta, is I have a little garlic butter and I put it with a little bit of pasta. And this goes back into the oven. Now this is the one you're going to really want to watch it because you're up on top. Give that about a minute and we'll be finished. That frico's looking pretty nice,
I
Luciano.
know. Doesn't that look beautiful?
Yes.
I mean, all you have is like half a bowl of cheese, and look at the presentation itself.
Wow.
And you know, really, if you wanted to get fancy, you can actually flavor up the cheese. You can put in fresh herbs. You can even put in some chopped garlic.
Mm.
Actually, with our Caesar salad at the restaurant, we put in chopped anchovies and serve it as a garnish, a little Parmesan crisp with anchovies in it.
Very nice.
So, you know, the sky's
Well,
the
my
limit.
wife will be happy because I'm going to have to bring some of that home.
Your imagination is the limit. Well, now she has the know-how. Now all you have to do is bring home the cheese.
Okay, so I'm just waiting for that to finish. I don't know if you guys can get a little shot of that, but that, for somebody like me, that's beauty.
That is beautiful. Look at
Yeah,
that.
some people like looking at Picasso,
Yeah,
right? I like looking at.
that's a good. That's a
I like
good.
looking at
That's
that.
a good painting. I think you might want to flip the.
I think I'm going to turn it. You know what that tells me is that oven may need to be a little bit calibrated.
Yeah. Not that I wanted to tell you what to do, Jimmy, but by all means.
Well, this is almost done, Luciano. I'm going to bring it out and plate it up.
Absolutely.
And
I'm almost done myself.
beautiful. Yeah, I think that's going to be good enough. Now I'm going to turn this off because I always forget. Right behind you, Luciano. Now, just what I want to tell you, here is a little decadence of garlic bread. Or, as I call it, garlic French toast. And see, Luciano, would you see the thickness of the bread and the density of it? It's not very much butter oozed out.
Mm-hmm. It kind of looks like a French toast.
Doesn't
You're
it?
absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's my little version of decadent bread, butter, garlic.
Absolutely. Do you season it with salt at all or a little pepper?
Nothing
No?
at all.
Nothing at all. Just
You know, some people put a little cheese, pecorino romano, Reggiano, Parmigiano, but for me, I just like it just like that.
that's it.
There's no substitute. So there you have it.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
Frico.
Perfect party starters. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to log on cheflive.com to catch this show and many others from many other talented chefs. Until next time, we'll see you then. Thank you, Jimmy.
See you soon. Thank you.